explain Godzilla could be real. This is the name of the video, and this is the channel. Yes, this is the YouTuber who we're reacting to. Now let's find the Godzilla video. Yeah, I grew up watching this YouTuber.
God freaking Zilla. What to say about this monster?
Godzilla's the
I
goat.
knew I was going to do a video about this guy eventually. For those that have been living under a rock, Godzilla is a massive reptilian movie monster, and he's amazing.
Wow.
According to Google, this thing is a dinosaur.
Depends on the version.
Asking me what type of dinosaur.
Yeah, it depends on which version of Godzilla. But if you're talking about the TriStar Godzilla, that's a chameleon. But if you're talking about the legendary Godzilla, that's a giant monster thing.
Or he would be. So I'm going to just do
the
that.
Goat.
Before we start, I just want to clarify that Godzilla never existed.
At the end of this video, I'll say what dinosaur classification would Godzilla be if he was real. In my opinion.
Nor can it exist. I could make a whole entire video just dedicated to talking about how something that large can never exist on Earth. Or just the idea of a non-avian dinosaur surviving past the KT extinction.
Yeah, that's scientifically impossible. And we will react to more trade explainer videos on the YouTube channel. Because he talks about why the Loch Ness Sea Monster could not be real. So I'll be reacting to those type of videos more on the channel.
Dinosaur would Godzilla be? Let's just say it was shrunken down and to be a more plausible size.
This background music's so good.
In this hypothetical situation, a shrunken down fossilized Godzilla is discovered. What would paleontologists classify it as? Godzilla is really hard to classify, mostly because he possesses many traits that have been cut out and taped to a generic dinosaur.
Rawr.
The posture of an outdated and generic tyrannosaur. He has the lifestyle of a crocodile or a marine iguana. He has the backplates of a stegosaur.
Stegosaurus is the goat.
This makes Godzilla very, very hard to put into its own genus or species, because Godzilla doesn't seem to be based on any particular species of dinosaur. It seems to be based more on a combination of...
Guys, what do you think about the legendary Godzilla films? Because I find the legendary Godzilla films, they're good, but they're not the best Godzilla films.
Multiple species of dinosaurs amalgamated into one massive 6-year-old stream.
The goat.
But I'll try my hardest. So first, what we need to answer is if Godzilla even is a dinosaur. And let me just answer that. It depends on what origin you're going by. If you're going by the 2014 or the original Godzilla, the movie states Godzilla existed long before the dinosaurs, suggesting there might be a reptile from the Permian period.
Then if he was a reptile from the Permian period, imagine a Dimetrodon Godzilla. That would be so awesome. Instead of having Stegosaurus dorsal plates, you have Dimetrodon sails running all the way down the back. Should I draw that?
And not a dinosaur. But according to Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah, 1991, just one of
that was a long time ago.
Revealed. It turns out Godzilla was actually a late surviving theropod dinosaur named Godzillasaurus, not to be confused with the real-life Godzilla-saurus, living on an island in the Pacific Ocean. It is discovered by humans and is instantly bombed, causing its
he got bombed. Kaboom.
Become
Kabog.
Godzilla. So is Godzilla a dinosaur? It depends. So this time we're just going to be following
it's just a theory, a game theory.
Just say that Godzilla is a dinosaur. But what type? The first dead giveaway of what type of dinosaur Godzilla is based on its posture.
Yeah, so that's the bone anatomy of both Godzillas. And guys, if I sound a little bit different in this video, it's because I'm sick. I have a cold. Yeah, damn. 2014 Godzilla is so much bigger than the T-Rex. And the original Godzilla is so much bigger than T-Rex by a little bit.
In body. Zilla drags his tail on the ground. His hips are based off of highly outdated reconstructions. Godzilla's posture is not consistent with any dinosaur. Sure, some quadrupedal dinosaurs, if
censor it
on their back legs, would take this appearance with the tail dragging, but they could not run or walk like this. The outdated posture is because Godzilla is obviously based on a.
If you're wondering why the posture is outdated, because if they did undrag their tail like that, it means their back muscles would be in pain or their back is broken, and the kangaroo posture is inaccurate. But they should make a Godzilla with the accurate posture, which is not the 99, not Zilla. Like I should draw that, or someone in the audience, can you make that as a fan art for for this channel? Because guys, eventually I'll like a fan art page.
Charles on night painting of a Tyrannosaurus
It
Rex.
has the original
Just look at the
drawing of
sky.
T
That's
Rexes.
the spines, and you got Godzilla. So to start off, we need to change Godzilla's hips, and the tail needs to be more horizontal, like a theropod, and less like a lizard's. All bipedal
Like,
dinosaurs did not drag their tails on the ground. So the only way we could describe Godzilla as a dinosaur would be if he looked like this.
and
Okay, now we can answer our.
yeah, that's something which I would do. Like put that on a Carcharodontosaurus. That would be basically Godzilla, or maybe a Metriorhynchosaurus, something like of that family tree would be a good Godzilla.
Question. I try to be a little creative with what dinosaur Godzilla could be. I thought up the idea of a bipedal stegosaur or sauropod, but neither of these are really plausible. Both animals could not walk only on their hind legs for extended periods of time.
But they
Therefore,
could
Godzilla
evolve that
has to be
way.
a theropod dinosaur. But which one? Well, we're going to have to go into greater detail.
I would make it into a
Godzilla has
Dinocheirid,
scaly skin. This
maybe.
writes off almost all coelosaurian theropods like raptors, ornithomimids, therizinosaurs, and even, yes, tyrannosaurs, which all definitely possess some form of feathers. This only leaves theropods from the non-coelosaurian side, which do have some discovery.
If you're mad about T Rex having feathers, it's fact. Look at you, Tyrannus. It has feathers, but T Rex would probably have tinier feathers, kind of like how elephants have tinier fur.
These are feathers, but mostly have evidence of thick, scaly skin, similar to Godzilla's. It is debated if these guys had feathers. If they did, they probably didn't cover the whole body, and most of their body was scaly. Godzilla possesses small, four-fingered hands. This writes off Tyrannosaurus
Ooh.
and Allosaurus and a lot of other famous theropods, which only had three or two. There was one famous group of four-fingered
I
theropods, and
say
that is the
Ceratosaurus.
Therosaurids. This group is famous for well-preserved scaly skin impressions and their incredibly tiny four-fingered hands. This group includes
Puny arm looking
Carnotaurus,
ass.
Majungasaurus, and Ceratosaurus, all of them relatively large theropods. Godzilla has an extremely flat skull. This narrows our list of possible theropods down even further to dinosaurs like Majungasaurus, Scorpiovenator, and Carnotaurus.
We need Scorpionator in Jurassic World evolution free. We need more Albelosaurids in dinosaur media. So far we only had Majungasaurus and Carnotaurus. We need more. Like in the
Which all have
mainstream
very,
movies.
very flat skulls like Godzilla. The only problem is Godzilla is completely lacking on horns. Carnotaurus and Majungasaurus both possess horns. Carnotaurus having two and Majunga having one. Ceratosaurus also does not meet this skull shape because it does not have a flat
Wow.
skull and possessed horn-like ridges unlike Zilla. So based on the body, arms, and head alone, Godzilla is most likely a relative of Scorpiovenator. The small, relatively useless
That's a
four-fingered
badass
hands, the
name.
scaly skin, the flat hornless face, all characteristics of Scorpionator or relatives. Now, what about the plates? This is where it gets complicated. Godzilla has a
Ooh.
distinct row of Stegosaurus-like plates on its back, and because they are obviously based off the Stegosaur plates, let's just assume they are made of the same material and function the same way. Stegosaurus plates are actually highly modified osteoderms. What are osteoderms? They're scales with a bony core. These are actually traits seen in modern-day alligators. They are the scaly ridges that you see on an alligator.
Do you know what would be cool if you replace all of that back with Stegosaurus like plates on a crocodile? That looks so cool. That would look badass.
Alligator's back. Yes, they are the same. Just one is more specialized. Now, does our best candidate, Scorpiovenator, possess these? Well, we don't know. Another less
Maybe.
plausible
It's less
candidate,
a
as far as
theory.
skull
A
shape goes,
game theory.
Ceratosaurus, a distant relative to Scorpiovenator. did possess osteoderms on its back. These no doubt existed. It is possible
Oh, that design looks good.
could evolve to become more elongated and more flashy like a stegosaurus. It is unknown if these osteoderms existed.
That paleo art looks so awesome.
If they did, this means Scorpiovenator would be the best number one.
Like if you lengthen those, that Ceratosaurus would look like Godzilla. That'd be so awesome.
Godzilla candidate. So to summarize, the best two candidates for Godzilla is Scorpiovenator and Ceratosaurus. Both had small four-fingered
Two
hands
good
and powerful
options.
majority scaling, based on contour scaled impressions. Now, if we are going on skull shape, we'd go with the flat-faced skull of Scorpiovenator. If we are going on osteoderm backs with the elongated and specialized plates, we would go with a highly specialized descendant of Ceratosaurus that has evolved more specialized plates on its back. So there you have it, a paleontology fan's dissection of what type of dino Zilla most likely would be.
Yeah, it makes sense for the Scorpionator and the Ceratosaurus, but if I were to pick a dinosaur like what Godzilla could ascend from, I say something like a Coelophysid, but this more evolved, or like a Herrerasaurid. Or maybe a Allosaurid. It depends.
One of these
Or a
interesting
Carcharodontosaurid.
next time you want to wreak havoc on the Japanese city, time travel and grab one of these dinosaurs. Thanks for watching.
Sir, subscribe to Trade Explainer. He's the GOAT. This is his channel. He mostly covers this type of stuff. I watched him ever since I was younger. Yeah, eventually I'm going to cover cryptids on the channel. I'm going to react to his and speculative evolution. In the next video we're going to react to him is going to be another Trade Explainer video. Yeah, this was my first ever video I watched from him. But the next video we're going to react to is what if dragons were real. Please like and subscribe, and see you later.